Hi everyone, it is 9 o'clock here on Tuesday, April 16th, 2012. Hope everyone got their taxes in. Anyway, the government owes me $3, so I did good. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, of course, the bombing that happened yesterday at the Boston Marathon. I've been busy reading comments on Twitter, comments on Facebook, comments on YouTube. Been hearing people's ideas, who did this, why they did it. A lot of people saying it's a false flag, it's this, it's that. You could speculate from now till tomorrow. I could spend 8 hours just on speculation. But what I want to talk about is what it really boils down to, people. It doesn't matter if this was an act of terrorism. It doesn't matter if this was a domestic act. It doesn't matter if this was an international act. It doesn't matter who did this. What the bottom line is that we're living in a very, very, very sick society. We're living in a very sick world we're living in. Anybody that would, that poor 8-year-old kid, that lost his life, things like that. There are kids that got their legs blown off. I mean, we live in a sick society. Anyone that will want to do this, a government or an individual or a group, doesn't matter. I don't dwell on that, who did this. I really don't. I mean, yeah, you could speculate from today till tomorrow if you want to point the finger at someone, but it really doesn't matter. What I really am focused on is I look at the world as a whole, and we live in a very sick society, very sick world. Anybody that would want to do this, no matter what their reason, whether you're upset with the government or you're upset with a country or you're upset with a idea, or you're upset with a religion, whatever. You don't do this to people. Everyone's having a good day. Yesterday was a beautiful day out. In fact, I even drove up to my sister, helping out my sister and my brother-in-law with some chores around the house. And it was a gorgeous day. And driving back was so nice. In fact, I actually had the radio off. I was listening to CDs, just enjoying the music and stuff. I didn't even have the radio on. I found out the information when I got home. So, this is why I tell people, every day I wake up and I turn on my iPad or I turn on a TV and I'm ready for anything, When I found out about this, the first question in my mind was this biological? Was it chemical? Was it nuclear radiological device? I was ready for anything. Luckily, it wasn't any of those. It was as bad as it was. It wasn't it wasn't anything to do with nuclear device. God forbid. This just as easily could have been a small nuclear device from a terror group. Money talks, people. It wouldn't take much. You have India, you got Pakistan, you got a lot of countries that are upset with us that have nuclear arsenals that could sell nuclear material to other countries or other groups. So we should just be thankful that Boston is still around. And that's just my take on it. I mean, I may be talking out of my head, but, every time there's an attack like this, the first thought in my mind is like the worst case scenario. And like the guy said, as bad as these bombings were, they were pretty much crude devices, even though a lot of people got, hurt, and 3, I believe, got killed already. It's terrible for those people. One guy lost his legs. That I heard on TV. It's ridiculous. Can you imagine you go to a marathon having a good time on a nice sunny day, and the next minute you have no legs. I couldn't even think of something like that. Your life changes in an instant. So the bottom line is, people, we live in a very, very sick society, and something's got to give. I spoke about this on my channel many, many times. It's either going to be from a higher power is going to intervene on this world before we totally destroy ourselves. I mean, one day it's going to happen. Some nutcase is going to get their hands on something that's going to start a conflagration that we can't even control. That's just my take on it. Or maybe even, it'll be a biological thing where contamination will take over a city and it'll kill a couple of million people. That's the world we live in today. I wasn't even shocked yesterday when I heard the news, to be honest with you. when I heard the news, I was like, well, is it radiological? Is it nuclear? Is it chemical? Or is it just a regular bomb? I said it like that, real nonchalantly. Because I know, it's just a matter of time before something else happens, you know. And that's just my take on it. So it really doesn't matter who you're going to blame. You can blame, the blame game is going to go around. I'm sure they'll find out and they'll point fingers at some group or some person, whether or not you want to believe that story's coming out. That's up to you. But I'll just give you that my opinion on the world we live in today. I'm glad that, I have no kids. I really am. I'm very glad I have no kids because I would not want kids growing up in this society or this world right now. It's a crazy world living in. Maybe when, I hate to bring up religion, maybe when a Messiah comes back, a Mashiach comes back, and this world is peaceful once again, maybe then it'll be safe for kids. But right now, it's hell on earth. Take it easy, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.